The only trouble is, Andy, by the time you finish reading that there book, the trial is gonna be over.
Not the way that I was reading it, Amos. I reads fast.
I know, but that book is thick. Another thing, that's got a lot of big words in it, too.
I ain't messing with them words.
Well, you can't skip part of it, though, and know what it's all about, can you?
Boy, this here's a good law book, you know it?
Yeah, but it's just like I tell you, it's full of them big words.
Well, what's the use of messing with them big words and get everybody all mixed up? Don't nobody know what they mean nohow.
The judge know what they mean, though, don't he?
No. The judge don't know no more than I do.
Well, what is in the book there that's gonna help me get out this mess? That's what I want to know.
Well, now, here's some stuff here. What is that word?
I don't know.
Boy, that's a dog, whatever it is. Don't nobody in the world know what that word is, you know that? You know, I ain't had no chance to study this thing by myself. I just kind of been glancing through the thing, you see.
Well, how is you gonna know what's in there, then?
Tell you what, I better give you a cross-eye examination right now. That's what I better do.
What you gonna give me?
Now, wait a minute here, wait a minute. I'll play like I was the lawyer for the state.
What state?
Don't start no argument now.
Well, I ain't starting no argument. I just want to know what you're gonna do. That's all I ask you.
Well, I'm going to try to revict you.
How come?
Listen, Amos, when you go in court and them lawyers start jumping on you, you gotta be prepared for that.
I is, huh?
Oh, sure.
Well, here's what I worried about, though, Andy. This here trouble that I was in is serious, you see, and I don't want to mess with this stuff and get all mixed up. Because I won't get out this mess if I can.
Amos, listen. If you get to court, them lawyers are going to try to mix you up. Then they get you mixed up, then you is in a mess.
I was in one before I started, seemed like to me.
Well, now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to act like I was the lawyer. And I was going to try to get you mixed up now so that you can practice getting mixed up, you see.
Yeah, if I get mixed up, though, before I get in court, ain't no telling what I do if I get there.
Well, now, wait a minute. Here we is in the courtroom.
And I believe you're going crazy, ain't you? We is in the taxi cab office.
I know, Amos, but we're going to turn this into a courtroom.
Yeah, that's gonna cost us a lot of money for carpenters and all that stuff.
Wait a minute. Listen, get something in that egg-shaped head of yours, will you? I'm trying to help you.
Well, what do you want me to do?
Just listen, that's all. Do what I tell you.
All right, I listen.
Now, we're going to play like this is the courtroom. The judge is sitting over here.
Over where?
Right over here.
I don't see him. I can't see the judge. I'm looking for him, but I can't see him, though.
Amos, I'm going to bust you in the head with this book in a minute if you don't listen to me. Now, play like you see the judge sitting there.
All right, I see him.
Now, if we is going to have a jury, we got to have a jury box for the 12 men to get in. Put that soapbox over there for the jury box.
Well, how is 12 men gonna get in that little box?
They ain't going to get in it, Amos. We're just trying to fix up the place for the courtroom, you see.
Oh, you are trying to play like this is the courtroom. Oh, I see what you're trying to do now.
Well, I was glad you got that in your head.
All right, go ahead now. I see what you're doing now.
Now, the judge gets up and he say,
You gonna stand up, huh?
Yeah, let me see. I'll stand up like this.
What are you trying to do here now?
I'm going to put you on a stand and try to mix you up.
Mm-hmm.
You see, this here is good for you. You see, I'm going to be the state lawyer. I'm the chief mix-up.
All right, go ahead.
All right, now the first thing, the judge, he comes in and sits down. Then he say, Amos Jones, get on the witness stand.
What must I do now?
You sit on this soapbox here. Wait a minute, though, before you sit down. I gotta swear you in.
All right, go ahead.
All in favor signify by the usual sign. The opponents know the ayes has got it.
The ayes has got it, huh?
Now, I done sweared you in, you see.
Now what's gonna happen?
Let me look at my law book here a minute now. Boy, this here's a good law book. Look at them big letters on there. Them was gold letters, but the gold is done rubbed off of it.
Well, now eyes on the witness stand, huh?
Yeah, and I'm going to get you mixed up. I'll precede with the cross-examination. Boy, I knows my stuff here, don't I?
Yeah, you got all that when you was in court with Widow Parker. That's where you got that stuff from.
How come you got to remind me all that?
Well, go ahead, do what you're gonna do, Andy.
All right, now. You was on the witness stand, and here I is, a big lawyer, and I'm going to re-evict you. I'm going to prove that you is done it, that you is the one that stole them coats.
I thought you was gonna try to help me. You ain't pulling against me, is you?
I is helping you, Amos, right now, ain't I?
Not if you trying to prove that I done something that I ain't done, you ain't helping me.
Here I is, done looked all over town till I found a law book that'll do the work. Then you tell me that I ain't trying to help you. Boy, this law book that I brought home here, get anybody out of anything, you know that? Boy, I got the law in this book.
Oh, I know you got the book all right.
When a lawyer get hold of a book like this, he's got something. Even if it didn't have nothing there that's good. Look at the name of that book. Look here.
What is the name of it?
Well, it say right here on the cover, so-and-so, including the law of so-and-so.
Mm-hmm.
See there? See that word law on there?
Seemed to me, though, if that was a good law book, they would have that word law up on the top of it in great big letters, bigger than it is.
Don't start no argument about this book. Now, you was on the witness stand, and I'm going to mix you up. I'll precede.
You will, huh?
Yeah. Now, here I go. Amos Jones, where was you when you was where you was? You see there, I got you mixed up already.
Wait a minute. Here come Lawyer Wagner showing us, too. Look here. Come in, Mr. Wagner. I didn't expect you to drop by here.
Well, how do you do? Good evening, Amos. Hello, Andy.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Wagner. How is you?
Sit down, Mr. Wagner.
Well, I just happened to be passing by and thought I would drop in.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you dropped in. Anything that I can do for you?
Yes, anything you want?
No, I just wanted to know if you'd heard anything more, Amos.
No, sir. I ain't heard no more, Mr. Wagner.
By the way, Mr. Wagner, I was making a recollection of law books. What do you think of this new one that I just bought? Look here. That's a good law book, ain't it?
What you think of that book, Mr. Wagner?
Well, I suppose that book is all right. However, it's not a law book.
It say law on there, don't it?
Oh, you mean down here? Well, it says here, the law of gravitation. That explains why we mortals don't fall off the earth.
It do, huh?
Is that man done give me the wrong book? Well, I be doggone. I told that man that I wanted the law book, and he done give me a different book.
Well, what's the use of being nervous?
Hey, listen, you'd be nervous, too, if you've been in this room as long as I have.
Well, now listen, Spud. Everything's gonna come out all right.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing for the last 2 weeks.
Say, as many jobs as you've pulled, you're not gonna get yellow on a little thing like this.
Say, don't talk to me about being yellow. I went through this thing, didn't I?
Sure you went through it. Now go through with the rest of it.
Yes, that sounds fine. You riding around town all day in one of them fake taxi cabs, and I gotta stay up here in this room so I won't bump into this guy Amos.
Brace up now, Spud, brace up. Amos is the only one that knows you had anything to do with it. The trial comes up next Thursday. Maybe it'll last for 2 or 3 days, and this guy Amos will go to pen for 10 or 20 years.
Yeah, the thing for me to do is to leave town now, though. I could get on a rattler and be in Pittsburgh, and nobody would ever know the difference. And you come down here and tell me to stay here. Why, you could be in Pittsburgh with me in 2 weeks.
Now, don't get nervous. You got everything you want here. You got cigarettes, cigars, drinks, a nice room.
Yeah, but who wants to stay in a room from morning till night every day?
Say, you ought to be glad you ain't out in the hot weather.
Say, by the way, I see in one of them newspapers that you brought up here yesterday that this kid Amos has got a lawyer by the name of Wagner. Is he a smart guy?
Never heard of him. Say, listen, don't worry. You'll get me worrying in a minute.
Hey, that was the crazy idea you had in the first place.
Now, don't start telling me that I had crazy ideas. I've thought of more ways for you to steal money than you could have thought of in 20 years. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but you never thought of one as crazy as this idea, and all on account of a dame.
What do you mean, all on account of a dame?
Well, you get Amos messed up in this thing so that you can get him to the pen, you see, and get his gal, that's all you want to do, and I'm the fall guy.
Now, there you go, squawking about me wanting a dame. Say, how about the time you bumped off that guy in Philadelphia?
Oh, let it alone.
Yeah, I guess that was on account of a dame, too, wasn't it?
Forget it.
Now, listen, Spud. What's the use of you sitting up here turning gray-headed on account of something that's all set? This kid Amos is going to jail. And if he don't go to jail, why, we'll leave town, that's all.
What's the idea of hanging around this town anyway? They're wise to you here. Why can't we beat it now?
Just keep your shirt on, kid. I've got some great ideas for you.
Well, if you got any more ideas like that last one, I don't want to hear them. The more I think about it, the crazier I think it was.
What's so crazy about it?
Well, in the first place, the guy had $50,000 worth of furs, didn't he?
Yeah.
And the night watchman was with us. It was a perfect setup. And you get to drag this guy in of the fresh air taxi cab so that he'll be the fall guy and you can get his gal.
Well, it's working out, ain't it?
Working out for you, but it ain't working out for me. I'm getting pretty sick of sitting up here, kid.
Well, it ain't no use to get tough with me about it, kid.
Well, I'll still say that I'm getting sick of waiting in this here room. Day in and day out, I'm getting tired of it.
Well, calm down now. Calm down, Spud. I've got enough to send you up for the rest of your days. Say, I could send you to the chair. What are you talking about?
All right, I'll go through with it. But the next bright idea you get there, kid, keep it for yourself.
Boy, as soon as Amos gets sent to the pen, I've got an idea we can work out, and after we pull this one, we'll be on easy street for the rest of our lives.
Say, how do you know this guy Amos is going to the pen? Now, there's something.
How can he miss it? Everything's against him, ain't it?
Yeah, one of these smart lawyers, though, liable to get a hold of the kid, you know, and get him out of this thing.
Don't worry about him now. He's as good as in. We want to start thinking about this next one, kid.
What's the next one?
Well, Spud, I just had a long talk with the bodyguard that walks with the bird once a week that carries the largest payroll in town.
What do you mean you had a talk with him?
Well, I was down on the corner today, and a friend of mine calls me over and he says, I want you to meet so-and-so. So I meets this fella, and we get to talking. And he tells me about this payroll job. And he says that he knows something at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, the scene changes. We leave the two guilty ones in their room talking, and as the next scene opens, we find Amos and Andy in the office of the Fresh Air Taxi Cab Company. Here they are.
Andy, you tell me not to worry about this here thing, but I just can't help it, that's all. I worry all the time. I can't help from worrying.
Well, Amos, you was gonna get out of the thing all right. They can't hold you for something that you ain't done.
I know, Andy, but this here lawyer that I got, Mr. Wagner, he tells me that I ain't got much of a chance the way he talking here lately.
Yeah, he is certainly a fine lawyer, that fella.
Well, he's doing the best he can, I guess.
Instead of him trying to tell you that he's gonna get you out of this mess, he make you feel like you're going to jail for the rest of your life.
Well, he told me that he was going to tell me the truth about it, you see, and let me know if I got a chance or not.
Yeah, I know that. But what is he doing now?
Well, he said that he was going down to the police station and see if he couldn't get the taxi cab for us, you see, so we could use it and make some money to live on.
Well, that's the best thing that he done since you had him.
Oh, I think he's a pretty good lawyer, all right. The only trouble is, you see, he tells me that it looks bad and I can't prove nothing.
What do you mean you can't prove nothing? You didn't do it, did you? You didn't steal them furs, you know that.
No, but I can't prove that I didn't do it. That's the hard thing about it, you see.
Wait a minute, Sheriff. I got an idea.
What kind of idea you got?
Listen to this now. Why can't you tell them where you was at the time that the robbery was going on?
Well, I was waiting in the taxi cab right outside the first store. That's why I can't tell him.
Oh, yeah, that is right, ain't it? You was wrong, ain't you?
Well, Andy, I don't know what I'm gonna do. The lawyer's getting encouraged about it.
Your lawyer's getting what?
I say he's getting encouraged about the whole thing.
Amos, don't use geography like that. That ain't encouraged, that's decouraged.
Well, that's all right. He tell me that he don't see a lot of hope for me no more.
Well, them lawyers, you see, they ain't got no hope for nothing. They ain't smart, Amos. I don't see how some of these lawyers stay lawyering, you know it?
You know, Andy, it's all right for you, 'cause you ain't in the trouble like I is. But you don't know how bad it make me feel.
Well, it ain't nothing to laugh about. I agree with you there. But as I see the situation, the proposition is this. They can't put you in jail for what you ain't done. Now, that's all there is to it.
If they feel like it, they can.
There you go now, there you go. You is a pessimist. You is pessimist about everything.
Well, what else is I gonna do?
Deopolis.
Yeah, that sound all right, Andy. But ever since this thing done happened, I've been thinking, you know.
You've been thinking, huh? Thinking about what?
I don't know. You know, we kind of go along living. We don't appreciate everything we got. We don't appreciate that we can walk down the street. Ain't nobody there with a gun to shoot you or try to put you in jail or nothing.
Well, what's that got to do with it?
Oh, I don't know. I just thinking. If I go to the penitentiary or something, how sad it's gonna be. Think of all the pretty things outdoors in the summertime. The trees is green, the green grass. You know, Andy, it takes something like this to make you stop and think that you is well off when everything is just going along, you know it?
Yeah, Amos, I guess you was right, boy.
I kind of getting downhearted again, Andy. I feel sad tonight, you know it?